Fifth truth. We need Mary in order to preserve the graces and treasures we have received from God. 87. It is very difficult, considering our weakness and frailty, to preserve in ourselves the graces and treasures which we have received from God. First, because we have this treasure, which is worth more than heaven and earth put together, in frail vessels, that is, in a corruptible body and in a weak and inconstant soul, which a mere nothing disturbs and dejects. We have this treasure in earthen vessels. 2 Corinthians 4:7. 88. Second, because the devils, who are skillful thieves, wish to surprise us unawares and to strip us. They watch day and night for the favorable moment. For that end they go round about us incessantly to devour us and to snatch from us in one moment, by a sin, all the graces and merits we have gained for many years. Their malice, their experience, their stratagems, and their number ought to make us fear this misfortune immensely, especially when we see how many persons fuller of grace than we are, richer in virtues, better founded in experience, and far higher exalted in sanctity, have been surprised, robbed, and unhappily pillaged. Oh, how many cedars of Lebanon, how many stars of the firmament, have we not seen fall miserably, and in the twinkling of an eye lose all their height and their brightness? Whence comes that sad and curious change? It was not for want of grace, which is wanting to no man, but it was for want of humility. They thought themselves capable of guarding their own treasures. They trusted in themselves, relied upon themselves. They thought their house secure enough, and their coffer strong enough to keep the precious treasure of grace. It is because of that scarcely perceptible reliance upon themselves, though all the while it seemed to them that they were relying only on the grace of God, that the most just Lord permitted them to be robbed by leaving them to themselves. Alas, if they had but known the admirable devotion which I will unfold presently, they would have confided their treasure to a virgin powerful and faithful, who would have kept it for them as if it had been her own possession, nay, who would have even taken it as an obligation of justice on herself to preserve it for them. 89. Third, it is difficult to persevere in justice because of the strange corruption of the world. The world is now so corrupt, it seems inevitable that religious hearts should be soiled, if not by its mud, at least by its dust, so that it has become a kind of miracle for anyone to remain in the midst of that impetuous torrent without being drawn in by it, in the midst of that stormy sea without being drowned in it or stripped by the pirates and the corsairs, in the midst of that pestilent air without being infected by it. It is the Virgin, alone faithful, in whom the serpent has never had part, who works this miracle for those who serve her in that sweet way which I have shortly to unfold.